welcome to Cooch and Chicken, formerly known as the fan-controlled show, the official companion show to fan-controlled football, the only professional sports league that gives the power to you, the fans. I'm Jeff 2Ns1T Cannata, and I am joined by some of my favorite people on the planet, Josh Macuga, Patrick Dees, and the commissioner himself, Ray Austin. Welcome, fellas.
Woo!
What
boys?
it do?
Woo-hoo.
What's up, gentlemen?
It's good to see Ray's off his bike and he's in Atlanta. He made it.
How did you possibly know that, Josh?
Well, because he's not bobbing back and forth, Jeff.
No, I meant, how did you know that he's in Atlanta?
Oh, well.
Yeah, it was a thrill to see you in real life and not on a bike. It was amazing, Ray. It was really good to see you over the weekend.
We had some fun this weekend.
And some late nights, gentlemen. Some late nights.
We're already on like a first name basis with a bar manager in Atlanta. Like she texted me, when do you guys arrive in Atlanta? And I was like, yeah.
Had a little thing for Ray, maybe?
The home base for season 2.0 of Fan Control Football, Atlanta, Georgia. And not only that, not just Atlanta, Georgia, but the actual hotel from which many of us will be living.
Yeah.
It was awesome being there. Like it's revving up. In fact, I'm told, I don't know if we have I'm told we have 44 days.
And you said that today. I didn't believe it. Woo! Man.
40.
That's not a lot of days, Ray. That's not a lot of days.
Not a lot of days.
It's not a lot of days.
Football Ups gets to the hotel on Monday. Like,
Yeah.
3 days from now.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's all happening.
It is.
All happening. My goodness, my wife is so excited.
Is she? Is it excited? Is the word you're looking for?
We're also, if you guys can tell, I'm in my third different location in as many weeks. I'm at my friend's house because he's got better internet. Because I canceled my services for next Tuesday because I'm moving.
Yeah.
And they just basically were like, well, he's leaving. We're just going to turn his internet down to barely crawling speed.
Yeah.
So I've been on my phone all week just using 5G. So now I'm at my buddy's place. Good thing he's an actor. I've got a gigantic ring light right here.
Fantastic.
And I feel very good about myself.
You do look well lit. I was meaning to tell you.
Yeah, you should probably just move in there.
You're a little Bernie on this side. You're a little Bernie over this side.
Well, thanks to the tryout in Atlanta, which we'll get to, I put on 0 sunscreen going in, and Ray held back for all of 8 seconds, and he goes like, "Man, white people."
Oh my God!
My favorite thing was at 8 o'clock in the morning. Josh is texting, "It's cold here, guys. It's cold.
Bring coats. Bring lots of coats."
It wasn't even that cold.
It's like t-shirt weather, man.
Yeah.
Man, I was torched, and I think you guys understand. So I've still got a little bit of color in my face, but because I have no eyebrow color, when all of this is bright red and all of this is bright red, you see these really weird white lines on my face that bob up and down. It's a terrible look. It's terrible. I was torched.
You kind of are like a Disney character when you're all red. It is very entertaining. And from what I understand, cartoon. Jeff was like, right before we went live on the broadcast, they were taking the scrim away, that's the basically the shadow above your head, like the roof, if you will, for the screen, shade. Yeah.
Sure, yes.
And Dees is like, no, you bring that right back here.
Not fucking having it.
The first and only time I've seen Dees pull the I co-own the company card. That was the first time I've ever seen him be like, no, that's coming back.
Right back. I know. I took my headphones off. Can you imagine what I would have looked like without that? Like if we hadn't had that, no chance I even make it to the broadcast. It was wild. I love Lockett for MVP said, I thought Dees had no eyebrows, which see?
There you go.
Wouldn't surprise anybody.
You've got select alopecia. It's only in your eyebrow.
Right. Not so much here or here, but
right here. And you guys, I don't know if you saw, which I'm sure we may show later in the show, but we were talking about Ray on the Peloton the entire time last show. But Ray also did a workout montage at Pullman Yards.
Oh my God! I
really?
know.
I have not
it looks.
Seen that.
You have to see it. It looks like Ray built it.
channel.
No, it's on
Ray's
Ray's
social.
Instagram.
Oh, on Ray's Instagram.
When you watch it, it looks like Ray's building it single-handedly. Like
Yes.
he's just placing bricks, looking at a camera. Oh,
I mean,
didn't see you there. Just placing a brick.
I believe it. I would believe
It's
it.
like
if you
a
told me that.
sexier version of Rocky 3. If it
It's
could
pretty
get
hot.
sexier.
I brought
it's-
my cleats out. I literally
it's-
brought my cleats. I got off the plane and went straight over there and put my cleats on, and it started running around in the mud. I was one of the players. Like I was running around. I was the first football player to hit it. Like I was backpedaling.
Ooh.
Like I was like, I gotta feel it first. I gotta
Test it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was almost kind of like the Hollywood cement, you know. How they put their hands in there. I
Right.
put my soul in there. I blessed it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I will say I got to that stadium and I had brand new shoes on, and the construction guy was like, "Hey man, you got the wrong shoes on." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks, man." Didn't do the math. That's my bad. Banana Leche, our girl, said it reminded me of the warehouse montage from Footloose, Jeff. As we all know,
hitting the side of the wall.
Yes.
And then the like inexplicable number on the parallel bars or whatever.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
That's what I was going for, though.
That's
Yeah.
good.
What I
That's
was
good.
going for. So,
Genuinely
Makes
crushed
sense.
it, Ray.
thank you. Appreciate it. At least you got the vision.
She picked up what you were laying down. We should talk a little bit about how that tryout went, because if you did not see it, well, guess what? You're in the right place. You can watch the VOD of the tryout from last weekend. So much fun, such an incredible array of talent on the field. I mean, it having been to 3 of these now, it was an order of magnitude more impressive. I mean, we got awesome guys at all of them, but there's just the pure numbers of guys that showed up and brought their talent and brought their enthusiasm, and it was awesome. Ray, do you agree?
It was by far one of our biggest ones we've ever had, and it was just to see so much talent was amazing. We finally got some big boys. That's what I was looking for.
Oh yeah,
we had so many great deep. I mean, we really got some defensive players too. We finally got some really big DBs that I like. We got some guys coming back. You guys are gonna be happy to hear about. But man, we are adding to the fire, man. We got some big boy wide receivers. We got some quick guys. We got a couple of quarterbacks out there. You guys are gonna be very interested in seeing, man. So I was blown away with me. Destroying was out there. Drewski was out there. Renee was out there.
Yeah.
Ty Gurley came out there. It was like a big ass party, man. I had my own drum set, my own my own music. My theme music. I had my own theme music. It was dope.
Oh man, the
so
drum line
rad.
was the drum line was magical. You guys didn't get to see it because you were late, or maybe Jeff, you saw it. I know Dees didn't see it.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Oh man,
that is an awesome shot right there. That is an awesome shot
with Ray's custom baller sweatshirt on. Ray has like a.
Ray, what do you think led to, like, again, Jeff talked about it being orders of magnitude bigger and better, and the talent on display was just out of control. Is that a function of the fact that we're just getting closer to season? Guys are knowing that's their last shot. Like, why was this one so much?
It's all that, bro. They know this was the last one, and like we kind of figured out, and we learned, in the football ops to kind of releasing these dates like a remix album. Instead of just giving everybody everything up front, we kind of give it to them just a little bit at a time, so we don't have just this magnitude waiting for us at the end of the season. But that's what it was. Everybody was saying, you know what? I mean, I have to go to that first Atlanta. It gives me a little bit of time to get ready. And we had we had about 4 or 5 4-4s out there that was solid. Ooh. So I could tell guys were a little bit more sharper. We didn't have any injuries. I think that was the number one thing. But number two, I think guys are starting to hear the word. Like, I love that every city that we go to, we're represented by other former and current FCF guys that are showing up. They're calling. They're almost acting like agents to some of these guys. Like, I was hearing from Slick. Still, I hear from AJ every one of these tryouts that we have.
Oh, good.
It's really good to see that Quinn Porter comes out all the time.
Quinn Porter's in chat right now, right? Quinn Porter's checking in chat.
Come on, Q.
Like that, that sets a precedence of what somebody was asking me about that today, and I was just like, man, it's the culture. It's like the culture. We're not building it ourselves. The players are helping us do it. And I think that's what players are looking for. They're like, I talked to Daryl Verges today. He was like, hey, listen, things aren't working out the way I thought they were. Can I come back home? I was like, come do it. Let's do it. And so that's how it is, man. And I love that. I love that the players feel that they can come back, you know, and they feel like this is something that they're building to.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat just asked, is Darius Dokes okay? I talked to Darius at the end of the tryout. He said he was fine. He said it was just a little knee hyperextension, but that guy could ball, and he was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was glad. I actually wanted to pull him out too, because I was just like, I seen enough, so I didn't need to see him anymore. So it's like I didn't want him to go out on an injury. So I was really glad that he's gonna be a player for us. He's gonna be. We got some good defensive backs, man. We're gonna be solid.
Atlanta has an energy. Atlanta has an energy, man. I'm really excited for this season. Everywhere I went in that city, it just kind of like had that energy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
crackling.
I felt like the DBs showed up in a big way in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was what I was so impressed with. I was like, oh man, the level of defensive play was really, really strong.
Yeah, we always get so many good offensive guys and wide receivers, and we always kind of focus on that. But this time, man, I was just like, ooh, him. I think we got like 6 guys up out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we could tell, man. You were deep in that squat, like dialed in, right? We all know you're in the tank for the DBs, but man, you looked very pleased. We didn't even need to see the talent. Jeff and I were talking. We just turned around, we look at you, and we know the expression in your eyes. We're like, all right, we're in good shape there.
Yeah.
So
it was awesome.
Lock it for MVP in the chat said, you got to make Todd Gurley an owner for a team. And what a delight that guy was. First of all, stay tuned for that. But second of all, that was my first time meeting him. Like, what a delight he was that he swung through the broadcast, wanted to see what all this noise was about, said on the show that he's been clocking this for a couple of years now. So it's cool to actually see him come hang out and see what it's all about.
Yeah, really good guy.
I love when the Gridiron Brothers come out, man, and show love, and they see what we're trying to create, and they're not, tunnel vision of like the NFL. They're like, nah, I see what's up. This is dope. And Drewski was the same way. He was like, I get it. I get what you guys are creating. So, and Renee, come on, man. Like
I got to talk to Renee.
I was jealous.
We talk on Instagram all the time. We talk on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like that's why she said it's so weird to see you in person. So
was
I
it that why?
Because there was talk of her maybe joining us at the table, and then Josh just comes in there and swipes it. Gives an on the field interview, and I was like, "No, I love her so much."
I think it's all in the delivery, right? Josh really undersold that it's so weird. She didn't say it's so weird to see you in person. She said, "This is so weird. This is really weird." And so, anyway, I want to set the record straight about how that was actually said.
Sure. Well, I will say, word spread, Dees. Okay, word spread.
Yeah, okay.
It was a little Van Homer type of weird, like she was talking.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks, Ray. Thank you.
To catch a predator weird. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Right into my DMs.
Weird, uncomfortable weird. Yeah.
Amber alert weird.
How dare you, sir? If anybody's amber, it's you. Look at your skin. It went from red to amber. Look at that, those amber eyebrows.
So weird.
Ray mentioned earlier Gridiron Brethren, and good to see all those guys coming out. But if anybody really proved themselves a Gridiron Brethren, I think it was me at the end there when I got some street cred from Doncor, Ray, Coach Liotta. Like I'm telling you, Pittsburgh Steel, it might bend a little bit, but it didn't break. It didn't break.
Hey, you took a kickoff blindside hit. That's what happened.
That's true.
You got to give them some. That happens in the game. You get knocked, boom, you get popped out. So
how do we not have footage of that?
The quarterback looking the other way at the receiver, and the defensive lineman just takes it, and Josh is one of those like, you see the quarterback just get.
Shockingly, the cameras were pointed at the players and not at me during that segment because I would like some slow motion, Jeffrey.
I was watching. It was. And everyone was like, "Is he okay? You were fine. You took a hit. It was good.
Like a champ."
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Anything else, Ray? Before I want to talk a little bit about the venue because for me the highlight that was awesome. But one of the big highlights of this entire year so far was actually seeing this venue live. But do you have anything else that really stuck out for you at that combine before we talk a little bit about the venue?
No, I love to see the competition that we're starting to get. Like,
yeah,
you can tell that these guys, they've been watching the videos. They knew a lot of us already. They knew what to expect. Like they've been kind of talking us up, which was great. And I think they're ready. They were ready to turn it on. You know what I'm saying? They were like, man, they were they knew to run right up to the stands. As soon as they scored, they went like they already knew that. So
that's true.
It's like I said, it's the word in the football culture is getting out, and guys are seeing what we're creating, and it's starting to become these. Even though it was a big deal, that was one of our bigger deals. It's starting to become easy because now the culture is being set. You know what I'm saying? And I said that to the football ops the other day. I said, yo, we're the heartbeat of this company. This is football, fan controlled football. We have, and everybody that works here is the veins, and we beat strong and we beat fast. And you can tell, like, the way we've all been doing this thing, it's just been great, man. It's just been great to watch, to see everything come together.
I love the end of these tryouts because you got to like talk these guys into leaving.
Go home,
right?
Yeah.
They don't want to go. They don't want to stop, man. They're like, one more rep. Give me the ball. Throw me a ball. You know, like
I'm like, guys, I've been here for 3 hours. I can't do it anymore.
But just that passion, that love of the game, that just wanting to be a part of it, just having, it reminds me of, being out on a playground and like the sun's going down and you don't want to go in, like it's that feeling, that purity. And I just love that about it.
I think for me, this is where it gets now football, because like we've all seen the physical ability of the guys and we've seen some of their personalities. But the thing that people completely forget about it sometimes is the football smarts. And sometimes people wonder why. I always say, wonder why a guy is not playing in the pros. There is something that needs to be worked on or sharpened, whether that's their attitude, whether that's their football play, or whether that's their actual ability. But it's one of the three. And so we got to figure out which one that is with these guys and be able to sharpen that shit up.
Yeah. Or like you're Josh and it's all of the three.
I'm sharp, Jeff. I'm sharp. Sharp.
You're right. You're
sharp,
man.
man.
Sharp.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about the venue,
Josh,
Patrick.
Also, the last thing I'll say about Josh's hit, because it was incredible. And at least, Josh, you didn't lose your shoes.
Shots. Ow.
It hurts my heart.
Cold-blooded.
Man.
Just
16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Ray Austin about to make some bodies turn cold. Let's go. Real quick in the chat, we got Collins a Professor. These producers are hyped for inviting me in and showed me nothing but love. Colin Andrews, send me to camp. He's on our NBCLX show tonight. Colin Andrews.
Come on.
In the lobby bar.
We should have mentioned that way earlier than that. That's tonight.
Yes. Tonight.
Totally forget. We're talking, man. Yeah.
That is going to be huge, man. Road to the FCF tonight, 5:30 Pacific Eastern.
5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern.
Yeah, 8:30 Eastern. I mean, it's literally right when we get done with this, basically. And so, I can't wait to see it. We get to meet all those guys in Atlanta. We get to watch them do one-on-ones. And just seeing that, like that, the dudes that are on the bubble, that are not going to make it unless the fans decide they're going to make it. They had a lot of heart, a lot of personality. It's going to be a great show tonight. Do not miss that.
No,
it's going to be
unreal.
This is the first time. See, and this is what I love about what we do at FCF. We are now putting the fans in the same position that we put myself in, Coach Sean Liotta, Coach John Jinks, Donko Hardy, all of our football ops. This is what we have to do every day. We have to bring in these guys from videos to them seeing them at the combine, and we have to evaluate them. This is your chance to evaluate 6 guys, and 3 of these guys are going to make it, and they're going to be on their walk, their journey to the FCF.
And our buddy Malcolm Ballard's in there too. I believe that Hurdle_Killa is Malcolm Ballard. Download the app and vote for Malcolm Ballard. There's 6 guys.
What are these guys feeling right now, Josh? What are these guys? It's like hours until they find out the results.
Yep.
You know?
We don't, and for everybody, no, we don't know. We don't even
know. No.
I'm like,
hit that app. Hit the app, go to fcf.io, vote for it. Patrick, and I think you can back me up on this, Ray probably too, but this is a lot like the time that Jeff went out for Midsummer Night's Dream.
Almost
and he
exactly.
was waiting for the fine people of East Texas to come through.
Yeah.
To see if he was going to be Petruchio. Is that right?
Petruchio?
Petruchio. Wow.
Oh, great pull. You're right, Paul.
Yeah,
You know what I do,
Mildly
Dees.
inaccurate.
You know what I do.
Oh, man, it's so good. For those people counting at home, it was 16 minutes to get into a Pittsburgh reference and 22 to get in a East Texas Shakespeare reference. So we're gonna keep going.
That needs
So
to
if-
be a bet right
So
there. That
good.
needs to be bet online.
So listen.
All right, tell us about the venue. I didn't get to go. I didn't get
Oh
to
my
go to the
God.
venue.
I
that's
know.
right.
man.
You weren't there. I just
Disappointed.
think about that. You didn't get to see it.
Yeah,
You
we planned it, and then I guess there was some other event happening there, and it was going to be tons of crazy, like 6,000 people showing up, so that we didn't go. But I'm excited to see it when I get to see it.
I mean,
Jacob, can you throw some of those photos up? So we've got a bunch of photos because we were just like walking around just taking photos like crazy. But like for me, when you come up to Pullman, you're kind of going through this back, I don't know, like really residential kind of area. Let's see, we've got an excellent. So you come to this area and it's just all residential and houses, and then you come around the corner and then you see this monstrosity.
And on the right side, this is building.
Let's take a look.
That's Tom Capello.
Okay.
Those two, that's Crazy Legs Production. They're the ones that's literally built. When you guys see this all finished and done, those are like the two masterminds of this.
Yeah.
And so
And Hot
this
Pod Rod.
Yeah, I love Roddy. This venue right there, that's actually the field. So that's actually where we'll be actually playing that building right there. And we've got a couple. So there you go. That's a shot from like these guys. The scale of this thing does not translate in a picture.
Pictures.
Literally,
I know that we have 44 days left, right?
44 days.
Look at the inside.
Dude,
man.
Josh called me, FaceTime me 7 a.m. I'm brushing my teeth. He's like, Dees, look at this. He's like, looking at like, you can't know until you're there. But guys, it is going to be unreal. So this is the defensive end zone. This is a look down field toward the defensive end zone here. It's going to be crazy. 44 days.
And so, some of the movies that have been shot here, one of my favorites, District 9, Hunger Games, Bad Boys, one karate movie or something. They were telling me about. But yeah, man, they've used this place in all kinds of movies that I'm pretty sure more than I just named.
I think
it's going to be completely
Sylvester
transformed.
Stallone bullet to the head in there too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why I know that, but I think that's true.
Jeff, you're right. So like so much of this we're gonna keep, right? Like we've always this Blade Runner meets kind of like super urban, gritty, industrial feel. And it's like literally from the visual comps that we pulled 5 years ago, I think we're from some of the films mentioned above, and then we're actually playing there. It's wild. But this is a panoramic view of the whole thing. It doesn't make sense how large this is.
Goosebumps 2 was shot there. Thanks, Kenny G. Stevenson. Hunger Games as well. And then 00 SWATzilla statement, may the Anytizers be every in your favor.
I was just going to say, Josh, I'm seeing so many places that would be great to just pop an Anytizer.
Oh, my goodness.
Just like speaking of
nooks and crannies everywhere where you could just chow down on some Tyson's Anytizers.
Let me tell you, when you're in an old train warehouse, nothing really revs your appetite quite like a Tyson's Anytizer. Tequila, lime, honey barbecue, and of course, classic buffalo.
Jacob, could you go back one? It's funny that you guys mentioned the Anytizers. One more. You guys mentioned Anytizers on the forward one. This is actually a sushi restaurant. Go one more, Jacob, if you toward the forward one. No, other way. So this is a sushi restaurant that'll be on premise. That crazy graffiti. It's okay. That's like, about 60 feet from our offices, which was the first time I'm hearing about this, right? Like we mentioned in the meeting, we like sushi. I showed up there like, this is going to be a sushi restaurant.
Say what?
Amazing.
Yeah.
What?
Wild.
And I'm sitting over here like a sucker eating hotel food.
Yeah. Josh is like, I could eat this club sandwich 400 times.
Right there.
It's a sushi restaurant.
That's a sushi restaurant with a tree going through the wall. You can keep going, Jacob. Guys, it is going to be unbelievably cool.
So we were there on Saturday night after the tryouts. Jeff had already flown out, and there was an Atlanta United. I love that.
So cool.
And there's us.
I know those two.
I
know those two.
Whoa, Dees with a
right
little
next to
modeling
the
pose.
Change is coming. Ray took that shot.
Who's the smoke show in this picture?
And then here.
Speaking of smoke shows,
Mike here at Pullman Yards. He's feeling the flow, doing the bull dance, of course.
working it.
It's great.
Look at him testing the mic. He doesn't know that I'm taping him either.
I love Jacob so much.
And
Hey
then,
everybody, Josh Macuga here live from Pullman Yards. You can see right there. That's the beginning of the new stadium. We're shooting some stuff here, season version 2, but
Hey, can't get it. Can't be it. Gotta go.
I can't be here.
yeah, sorry guys, they kicked me out. The guy was like, "You're a little too
everybody-
close to Pullman Yards." So there's that. There you go.
Ah, man, it's happening. 44 days. We got games in there. We got football players suited up, representing 8 different teams in that place. All of us there live. It's all coming together, man.
Unbelievable.
Freddie
Freddie Airmail says we get to name the arena, right? Yeah.
I think that's right.
Arenatizers. Right?
I think that is right, unless a sponsor buys those naming rights, and so we're in some conversations. But if that falls through, fans definitely got to name it. So yes, I think it's a great idea. I love Freddie Airmail. What's up, buddy?
Solid dude. Dude.
Anyway,
Man,
I was really excited to talk about it. It's all I've been talking about since I saw it. Josh is like, I get it. It's big. Shut up. I was there. Constantly. I am just a stream of consciousness about how massive this thing is and how genuinely it reflects what we've envisioned. Again, this this urban, gritty but futuristic feel. It is exactly what we've always wanted, and so I couldn't be more excited to see that physical embodiment of something that's lived on a whiteboard for fucking 5 years.
I like real quick. Lockett from MVP says, "Y'all going to be done building Pullman Yards, aka the new stadium, by the time the season starts?" Yeah, that's the point. What?
That's the goal. Certainly that's the date on the calendar.
Just play around construction. Look,
Yeah,
who do we need to contact to ensure that the place is called the Arenatizer? That is very good.
Very strong. You're right.
Very good.
Very
Although
good.
Kenny G. Stevenson says the LFG Fieldhouse, that's not.
Oh,
bad.
come on,
I like that.
Kenny.
Phil Nice is nice to it.
That is
the
real strong,
Arenatizer.
Kenny.
I like that.
Oh my god.
Get Tyson on board, pony up some cash, and make this thing the Arenatizer, you know?
So good. So yeah, it doesn't look like, I know it's all 44 days. It looks like a long way from being complete. But guys, you gotta realize it's like a set more than anything. So you think it's being constructed by the guy that did Prince's Purple Rain tour and the Justin Bieber Belieber tour. And like, so, you think about those sets go up, in 24 hours. They just transform an area. So 44 days for them is a lot of time
It's like
to really have this
43
thing.
days of sitting around eating Anytizers.
That's true.
And 1 day
a
of
lot
work.
of Energizers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Know what I mean?
Yes,
Okay,
I do.
okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I always say, if you wait to the last minute, it only takes a minute.
Stealing that one shamelessly.
That's
man.
is that from King Henry VIII Part 2?
Yeah, that sounds right. It's Hamlet 2.
Yeah.
Hamlet 2, still
Yeah.
hamming it.
Strong.
But now
What is Hamlet about?
Correctly
It's-
pointing out that I perked up when I heard Prince's Purple Rain tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Love
She's very
Love
observant.
And
I
I
know you
perked
do.
up with the Belieber tour. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
let's better believe that.
Jason Bieber. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
All
guy.
right, we got some league updates, folks. Some huge stuff. By the way, I should have said right at the top 2 things. First, you can name what this show will be called next week by giving us suggestions in the chat. We will have a vote at the end of the show. Second thing I should have mentioned is this is a jam-packed show. This is a bonkers jam-packed show with tons of stuff. So buckle up. We got some league updates, incling new logos. These are sick. I am super excited for these.
You like them? You like how they
I
turn
really
out?
do. I'm a huge fan of the Bored Ape one. I think that one's my favorite.
Rageous Bounce. The Bored Ape one, that distressed look to me
So
is
good.
so cool, right? That distressed vintage kind
Leatherhead,
of stuff.
that old school Leatherhead thing is pretty rad.
That's also representative of the box office from the movie Leatherheads, starring John Krasinski and George Clooney. No?
Directed by George Clooney.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Strong. It was terrible.
The 8 Oki, I think, is my second favorite. I really dig the 8 Oki. It's got that like samurai vibe, It's
I hadn't looked at it like that. I'm kind of a fan of the D-Gen stuff. It's really evocative of the Knicks, right? Doesn't it feel like it belongs right out of Madison Square Garden? I think it'll be a really cool color scheme, and I can't wait to see the uniform suggestions on that.
It's like if the Broncos and the Knicks and and the medieval times all got together.
Just hooked up.
But I like that. But I like it.
Yeah,
I'm a big
yeah.
fan of that logo. And the Kingpins, I mean, listen, I'm not a cat person, but it's like you can see like a green cat mascot being there, you know?
If you had told me that my favorite insignia or color scheme would be brown, I would have not believed you. But I want all that brown merch. I want that merch.
Yeah, it's so good. And I really like the way the Kingpins, the actual word, the way that Kingpins is written, that font. I think it'll look really cool, like on a sleeve or like across a shirt without the cat. Again, really excited to see what these uniform options look like, because I can't even imagine what they're gonna do with that Kingpin one.
Yeah. The 8 Oki has a very Big Trouble Little China vibe. You know, like
totally. Yeah.
Like getting fat till he explodes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. Notice the ETH logos in the sword. Says Jersey Born 88. What is up, Sean? I didn't even notice that. That's clever.
Wait, say it again.
The ETH symbol are the swords in the Knights of Degen.
Interesting.
I didn't even notice that.
I did not get that either.
Me neither. And I've been really close to this since the beginning. That's amazing. Thank you for blowing my mind again, Sean.
That's what he does. That's cool. That is cool. All kinds of intricacies in there. Ah, man, I love a good logo. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, I think that 8 Oki one, it's got sort of like a, it's got sort of what's the word for
Jeff. You can
giant robots? The
Decepticons.
No. Like
Opticons.
The Japanese
Voltron. Voltron.
All I can think of is manga, but it's not that. It's the
anime.
It's like anime robots, like
Gundam.
like Gundam. That's the word.
Boom!
Gundam.
The Gundam vibe. It's got like that cool Robotech Gundam thing going on, which I think is really sweet.
Sorry, I had to go get my dog, but my favorite one is the Bored Ape one.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, if you had told me that my favorite color scheme was going to be brown, I would have never believed you. But it's badass.
Yeah.
I want a sweatshirt.
I
want a brown sweatshirt with that.
Yeah,
in the center.
me too.
Oh.
So good. It's so good. Man, fans again really delivered. These are so cool.
I'm being told it's gold like the Saints. And Elise is correcting me.
Who could have said that? Was it Banana Leche?
Yeah.
The Bored Ape stuff is gold, or it's not brown?
It looks brown.
It's pretty brownish to me.
Looks pretty brown.
She can call it whatever she wants. Like Josh could call it Pittsburgh if he wants to. I don't care.
To be fair, there's literally a football team called the Browns that has no brown in them at all.
No, it's an orange.
Orange. There you go.
Man. 8 Okies, NSI Genius says, reminds me of Invincible, the Amazon Prime original. Yeah, okay. You guys loved Invincible.
All right. I did, yeah. That's good.
Right. Yeah.
But
I believe
the only new thing going on, though. It wasn't just the two logos have been announced.
Woody the Duck says it's bored bronze. Banana Leche holding on to gold so hard. Be the only one who believes that's gold. Are we in one of those, like, what color is this dress situation?
Yes. Yeah. I think that's right. That's right.
It was blue. It was blue and black.
It was blue. Same.
All right, so we have other huge updates, and this is for our OG teams. I'm loving the fact that there are this 4-on-4 almost divisional or conference matchups. These rivalries that are going to be inevitably started. I'm sure people are so passionate about the NFT idea on both sides. I can't imagine that there won't be this massive 4-on-4 pairing.
Yeah.
So we looked at the logos for the NF teams, but there's a big change to one of, in fact, the championship team, right, Dees?
That's right. So yes, we have got a new ownership group for the Wild Aces. That is Drewski. We've rebranded it. They're called Team X. A lot of people got very upset in social media saying that's the dumbest name for a team ever. I would agree. It is a placeholder because we're going to go through a very quick round of branding this team. For Drewski joins Austin Eckler and the boys. It kind of funny have moved on from this team, which without that group, they can no longer be the Wild Aces. It doesn't necessarily kind of make any sort of sense. So we wish them the best. They're retiring as champions. I got a lot of flack on social over the last 24 hours as if I somehow caused it. be clear, we wanted them to stay. We love those guys on a personal and a professional level. Ideologically, they're not fans of NFTs. Just transparently, you can go read Greg's blog. Wrote a very eloquent blog post. Zero bad blood. We love them. They love us. Just felt in their heart of hearts that they, it's something that is creeping into kind of core gaming, and they want to push back against that, which I totally understand. And what a cool opportunity to drop the mic and walk away as one and done champions. And what I'm being told is the Glacier Boys never beat them, and they will never have beaten the Wild Aces. They're just done.
Wow.
So it was kind of a big FU to the Glacier Boys on the way out.
Wow.
But I'll just say this: I was a Wild Ace. That was my team. I recruited those guys to be part of it. Yeah, you too. I recruited those guys to be part of the league. I love that community. I was a best friend. I am still a best friend and will continue to be part of that. I am bummed with all of you that they're moving on, but we are looking forward now. And honestly, Drewski's going to kill it. Drewski showed up to the combine, very dialed in, was asking you, Ray, a ton of football questions, really in the weeds about what does it look like? How do he was pushing the boundaries of what can I do as an owner. And I think he's going to be a mean pairing with Rachel and Austin.
Yeah, I agree. He was so cool. He just showed up to the tryout. Everybody flocked to him. I mean, he clearly has a following. People love him. He was so cool about everything. Talked to Dees, who, by the way, finally got to hang out and talk to Dees at length during the tryout, because he and I were just watching the man up drills for about a half an hour. Awesome dude. Broke his croc. He's a croc wearer. I wear crocs. We croc and roll together. And to piggyback on you, Dees, is, I was a Wild Ace too. If it wasn't for Kind of Funny, I wouldn't be here. I met Dees through Kind of Funny. And so it hurts. It hurts that they're walking away. I mean, it's sort of like Seinfeld when he said, I choose not to race. That was the one race, and he won that race. And the Wild Aces get to retire Nick Scarpino's head on a helmet, retire the first champion. To be like if the Green Bay Packers just disbanded the franchise after they won the first Super Bowl. But here we are, Team X. I submitted a team name today. I think it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
What is it?
I'll say this.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you.
Why not?
Should I tell you?
I'll say this.
Yeah, tell us. Get in there and vote, guys. You vote on the site right now.
Yes.
Sorry.
I just wanted to say, because I've gotten some of those, emails and DMs and whatnot too, and I can imagine if you had to deal with today. The one thing that I will say, man, the Wild Aces did it right. They did so much right. I think they, that community still should be a part, because they did such a great job of communicating and really doing it how we kind of wanted it. They won. They all. When I say they all, I'm talking about players, fans, and owners won that championship. That was the blueprint. And I tip my hat off to the Aces. And for those who are disgruntled, man, y'all the champs. So I don't see why you would leave. But to those who that are still apart, man, let's go, man. Let's move on and let's go.
Yeah, let me speak on two things there really quickly. I get it. You're passionate about that Kind of Funny community is one of the best places on the internet to be. So a lot of people came for, that group. And so consequently are really exploring and even invested. Again, part of the FCF is we give fans an opportunity to be actual owners in these teams. And a lot of people invested in the Wild Aces because they wanted to be part of what Kind of Funny was building. And with them leaving, we've had a lot of questions where people have asked about what does that look like? I would like a refund on my investment. And you can, if that's something you're interested in, just email us fansfirst@fcf.io. We totally understand. We're making that right. I can totally empathize. But it's a moment of clarity I had late after about 150 DMs about why are you doing this? Why are you kicking them out of the league? People telling me to die, all kinds of wonderful things. I realized it's amazing. It was quite a day. I actually don't know how people deal with this stuff on the internet. Just transcendently popular people just get that thrown at them all day long when all they're trying to do is build something. I told Josh this. Not one of them individually bothered me, but collectively it just started weighing at me about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. I was like, just what a day. And then I realized this, and then I want to bring up Khalif because we have so much other good news to talk about going forward. What we're building has people passionate. People are very excited about, and that season was magic. But at the end of the day, I would way rather people get spun up about this than just indifference. It means we're on the right track. They're building something that people are passionate about to send me death threats. And what I'm choosing to believe is like, look, like we're building something that people can get involved with. So I think we're on the right track. Are we going to make mistakes? Absolutely. Was this our mistake to make? No, that was the choice that those guys made. And again, wishing them the best, love them. But I'm so thrilled about people in this community and the passion. Cannot wait for season 2. It's going to be bigger in every conceivable way. Jacob Boyer, we are family. Also, thank you so much to this. So I got so many Aces fans just checking in on me. Like, yo, Dees, how are you? Are you okay? And that's, again, is emblematic of this community that we're building here. And a lot of that is, kind of funny DNA and the best friends. But I genuinely think you look at our Discord and it's warm and welcoming and kind and, competitive, but like creative. I think we're on the right path to something, and I want to continue to make sure that we build a community like that. Anyway, so thrilled people are here, and thanks for the kind notes as well, because I was an ace, always an ace, and I wish those guys the best.
Boom.
100%. All right, we got another huge announcement. The hits just keep on coming. Again, 44 days, not a lot of days to cram in all the incredible announcements and goodness that's going to come before the season kicks off. So we're cramming a lot of it in right now, including the announcement of one of my favorite people truly in the world.
Truly. Yes.
Being a part of this crazy machine that we're building, this wild train going down the tracks, come along and is going to be doing.
Well said, Jeff. Into Pullman Yards.
Into Pullman, yes.
Railway.
Yeah. We got my friend, incredible, awesome entrepreneur, creator, enthusiast, the man behind the Spawn on Me empire, and now will be the titular character.
Titular?
The titular character in the Khalif Adams show.
What up, FCF fans? It's your favorite host, Khalif Adams here. Myself and the folks at NBCLX are cooking up a brand new weekly FCF show coming to you later this month. And the show is called...
Khalif, what is the name of our show?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
Maybe we can let the fans vote on it in the FCF app?
But then what do we do about the drum roll?
Keep it going.
Yes.
Maybe it's not titular yet, but I'm voting for the Khalif Adams show. That's what I'm voting for.
Boys, I'm so excited to be rocking with y'all. I'm rubbing on my titulars right now because I'm excited.
Nice shirt, Khalif. Nice shirt, Khalif.
If you're gonna rock the shirt, we got to get the crew together and make it happen. I am so hyped right now.
Yes.
I am so excited to be doing this show, making this be a thing in the biggest way possible. We're rocking on NBCLX. It's going to be wild. I'm ready to go down to ATL, help you break ground, be in there with my bottle of water, because I got to hydrate, make sure it's going to be good when I'm out there. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm so hyped for season 2. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm told your show is going to be like 60% show, 40% hydration. That's my understanding, is that lots of hydrating.
It's going to be hydrating and skin tips. That we're going to wind up talking about through most of the show.
You got to
make sure the elbows aren't ashy. You got to make sure you're looking good on camera. Got to make sure we're ready for the man up drill. So when I get hit, you hear like the toasty sound from MK come into the side of the screen. It's going to be fantastic when we get everything.
No, but seriously, you're going to have guests on every week.
Yeah.
You're going to have actual players from the FCF. But not only that, in the spirit of the FCF, where power goes to the fans, you're going to bring fans onto the show as well, owners. Tell us about it.
I'm super excited about that layer specifically because, again, with power going to the fans and making sure that they are heard every week, the idea of making sure that they have a space to be able to talk their mess to the rest of the teams and talk their mess to the rest of the community is going to be great. Be nice, but talk your mess out there, because we got to make sure that we're bringing good energy to it. But with all of the conversations around new ownership, bringing some of the old crews back, having some new folks in there, like imagine us having a show. We bring on Marshawn and Snoop to talk about what's going on. We're talking about all the folks that are in the mix and going to be in that space. Drewski being on the show at some point, hopefully, is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
To talk about all the stuff that he's doing. I saw, some of the footage of him out in ATL at the combine, and he looked like he was ready to put on pads and go. I was like, all right, Drewski, I see you, fam, getting it ready. So I am ridiculously excited to be a part of the team and be rocking with y'all, and to make this the first entree to the big dinner plate that you have when you come into the week of the FCF. So that's going to be super, super cool.
Khalif, I've been assigned to be your moisturizing for your elbows. I'll make sure a nice lotion.
I missed that in the rider. I didn't even see it.
I didn't even see that in the rider. That's damn good. I should have known. I should have asked for it.
I'm the utility infielder, Dees. I do everything.
The good news is that for Josh, that's a promotion.
Yes, thanks, Jeff.
Go ahead.
Like it is not an accident that you were chosen for this. Outside of you just being a tremendous talent, you've been along for the ride over the past however many years. Obviously you were friends with all of us on the show.
Yep.
You've heard about this. I mean, for 4 years or so.
Yeah.
Josh just laughing at us. Elbow moisturizer.
No,
yes. Yeah. Oh, I see it.
Get it right. I see
you. Carl, what year did we meet?
God, I mean, you and I met even before.
Ago?
Like 10 years ago. I rolled up on you at E3.
Yeah,
and very meekishly was like, Jeff Cannata, I love you, and I love all the things you do, Jeff Cannata.
I had that same meeting with him. Yeah.
And Jeff is extremely kind.
Never will I have that meeting. Never. Well, I compliment Jeff Cannata.
And Jeff was amazingly kind. It was like, what do you do? How you're in the space, and we chopped it up from there. And the vibe was everything that you see, and all the work that he does was exactly how that was. In nice. Person. So
not why I brought that up, but that's very sweet of you. But I'm just saying, like the fact that you and I have been rolling in this business for a long time and kind of building our own stuff. You are seeing your tenacity, your energy, your spirit, your charm permeate and get bigger and bigger. More people see it, and it's just awesome to have you part of this as well. And I just can't. If you had told us that day when we met, whatever it was, 10 plus years ago, we'd be part of something like this. I think neither of us would have believed it,
I mean, weirdly enough, I think I met Khalif in person for the first time at E3 too, just this past E3.
Yeah, this past E3. Yeah, I'm telling you, the way that the circles roll are extremely interesting. And on that point, Jeff, I think me, and this is why I'm so excited, and because when Dees, we had that one quick dinner meeting and hung out for a quick moment and got a chance to hear what this was going to be about.
Is that San Diego? Is that Comic-Con? Like
it was like
5 years ago.
Yeah. We were, we went and got some food, went to go talk about all the stuff. We shared life experience, life stories about all of that. And the thing that always comes through with all of this, and I'll say towards exactly what Jeff was talking about in a second, but the passion that you all have for this, seeing Ray in his video the other day, I was on LinkedIn because I'm unemployed. I was looking for a job. I was like, I need a job. And Ray was doing this thing out in the field of the compound where the stadium is being built. And knowing where you were in those initial conversations, Dees, Ray beaming on the screen and being so proud of all the work that you are doing right now and making this a thing. I told, Jeff knows this, everybody knows, Macuga knows this. My line, if you would have put a little catchphrase underneath me for when I talk about what I do is I want to do dope stuff with dope people. That's the foundation of all of this.
I'll leave. It's fine.
And I can say this to you, bro. This is real talk, man. Like, I think, being men of color, being in different places that we are in, you being in gaming, me being on this side of the ball, not playing, but actually on the executive side, I think it sheds a good light on young Black brothers that are trying to get into those things. Because I know how, and I see how the players look at myself and Doncor, and it's a really good feeling in that we can be able to share that, because we're in a space that a lot of young brothers just don't know about gaming, about tech, about NFTs and crypto, and we're able to be on this platform to share that. So when they told me, like, when you, I was like, that's awesome, because we need more voices like Khalif around what we're doing. So that's what's up.
And really quickly, the thing I wanted to bridge off of what Jeff shared was, if you would have told Baby Ka very, very young Khalif, not even super baby Khalif. You told 20-year-old Khalif
Sure.
that 20 years from that moment when he was deciding that he was going to start to do some of this work, that he would be on a show that would be on Peacock and BCLX, all of those things, and be the titular host of all of that stuff. He would have told you were on crack. I would have been like, you're out of your mind. That's not a thing that happens to this person, knowing my background, knowing my history, knowing that stuff. So being able to take this leap in this way, have this show that we can rock and own it and make it something really, really special for the fans in the league, which I really believe in, because you put out a damn good product every week. There's a space to have folks who are getting their second chance in the sun, which is a thing that I consistently think about when it comes to the players in the combine, and being a part of that energy. Like, how can you not want to rock with something like that and make that something that you get a chance to do, for the time that we're going to be doing this together? I am extremely excited. And I told somebody who crapped on me when I was in high school, I was like, yeah, you need to go look at the TV, fam. Because I'm about to be on the TV, fam. You know what's about to go down. I'm about to be on the TV.
Well, I will say, to your point, Ray, I don't think there's anyone that you could say has done more for underrepresented groups in the field of video games than Ka and Spawn on Me has. I mean, doing work. Just what, last month, your own award show. I mean, just making it happen, force of will, grassroots, bottom up. It's all the spirit of what FCF is about. It's just a really a marriage made in heaven, I think.
And I would just one thing real quick too. Khalif, we haven't known each other that long, right? It's awesome to getting to know you. It's awesome to make amazing friends, right? And the fact that we have a fan from season 1 as your producer as well, that's like a magical confluence of just how this league works, right? I got to meet Matt Batson in person on Saturday. And the fact that you guys are working together, it's awesome. It's just awesome.
I'm so hyped for him too, because he is so good at what he does. We were having just a quick conversation because we recorded that announcement video a day or so ago. And we hadn't really had that chance to do that layer of work together yet. And we sat in the booth, got together, figured out all the stuff that I was breaking on in real time because, cameras weren't working, all that stuff, and getting it together. And instant, we were like, no, this is it. This is going to be the vibe that we have. And this is going to be good because we understand what we're trying to do here. And we have that vibe together. It's so good.
I think so. You really do. That's what I was getting at earlier, was like, I think you are so uniquely positioned to host this thing. You've been you're not only close to all of us personally, but have been in the weeds and seeing the evolution of the vision for 5+ years in a way that, like, we couldn't, outside of being incredibly talented. I know this is just a love fest, but we're all big Khalif fans, talented dude, making great content, but like also just having watched it evolve in a way that, like, you really saw behind the scenes in a lot of ways. And so I think what the content you're going to be able to produce is going to be orders of magnitude better than somebody. If we had just picked up some random who's just some host that steps in, I mean, where the bodies are buried here, man. I cannot wait to see the content that you put together, man. I'm so excited.
Again, having a chance to see it from, the literal start from the bottom, now we're here conversation, be a real thing in real time, and understanding the league and understanding the philosophies behind what you're building helps infinitely in me being a host of the show and figuring out what, what's going to wind up being. Again, you should be voting for the name of the show as we speak. Making sure you're putting in your name of Khalif Show, aka the Khalif Show.
Whatever it is, it's aka the Khalif Show, right?
Yeah, 100%.
No matter
I mean,
what.
we should have an AKA session that's called Ask Khalif Anything. We should do that. We should make that a thing.
Oh, I like it.
Khalifer Madness.
I mean, I am in Portland. Anyway,
I kind of like what Spike on me. I don't know. I'm trying. Something. We'll have something in there soon, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, where we'll have that ready for you. But again, like, I believe in everything I see on the field. I remembering the conversations that we had earlier on in season 1 about making sure the players are taken care of, making sure they have fantastic trainers and folks getting them ready to be on the field every week. Seeing that electricity that happens when, imagine now season 1
being how great it was, and now hopefully having people in the stands for season 2.
Yeah.
What is that gonna even be, y'all? Like, it's gonna be nuts to be in that spot. This is the first time I'm probably gonna head back east, is to go back to ATL in God knows how many years, to be a part of all the festivities and all that stuff, so I can be with Macuga and Cannata. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts.
It's crazy when you see it. It's crazy because you could just see it. Like when you get in there with, even with the dirt and the broken up iron rust, you can still see it. It's like this is it.
Is it Bricago Lanta?
I mean, look. Well, it depends. So now the Team X is Team X. I mean, you could also name the team after Spawn on me. You could have a Spawn on me. So we can make it the Bricago biscuits like we had from before.
How about this one, Jeffrey? How about this one? Belief with Khalif.
when I become a self-help guru, that'll be the transition.
Thank you. All you have to do is believe.
Whatever. It's terrible.
I want an I believe shirt
terrible.
right now.
I believe in
I
Khalif.
believe.
Whatever the name is, you can vote right now,
Yes.
fcf.io or at the FCF app. Really, the way to go is download the app, FCF app, because that's going to be your key to calling plays during the season and locking into all the content. It's the thing to do. Just download the app.
These are all the names that you can vote on for Team X. Come on, let's go.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Voting closes this Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So get in there, get your votes in. Khalif, you're the best. We're so excited. Thank you for being here. Can't wait to see the show.
Fam, we got work to do. We got work to do. We got chips to get. We got championships to give away. We got to make it happen.
That's right. 44 days.
44 days.
44
days.
All right. See you soon. He's the best.
Khalif.
I love him. And
you better believe in Khalif.
It's terrible. You're not going to make it happen.
Jeff.
You're not making it happen.
Jeff,
you know what? You know what you can make happen, Josh?
What's that?
A delicious plate of anytizers anytime you want. Jeff. You can make it happen anytime you want because there's no wrong time for a Tyson's anytizer.
No.
You can make it happen early, middle of the day, late, even later than that. Like literally any time I could mention on a clock is a good time for anytizers. That's why it's in the name, Tyson's anytizers. What are they? Well, Ray did not like where I was headed with this.
No, he
was out.
Just pieced out. Didn't want to look at logos. Didn't want to hear about the number of times you can eat Tyson's anytizers.
He had nothing of the sort.
No. I bet he went to go get some right now.
Oh yeah,
because now is a time you could eat them.
I think I'm skipping ahead. Well, you know, we do need to talk about Tyson's anytizers.
We do.
But
Jeff,
we mentioned the road to FCF, which is what I'm supposed to be talking about right now. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, and I could use an anytizer.
Yep.
Let me tell you, Jeff, I'm currently moving out of my home, and my freezer is full of Tyson's anytizers. And this morning, I might have had a tequila lime chicken fry for breakfast.
Yeah, great.
It might have happened. It's
no wrong time.
Well,
there's no wrong time. They come in boneless chicken bites, popcorn chicken, your traditional wings, and chicken fries.
Wings.
I mean, there's whatever varietal of chicken form you would like. Do you have a preferred form of chicken?
Yeah, well, I'm a big French fries guy, so the chicken fries fantastic. But if I'm gonna go with the second, I'm gonna go boneless. Make them a little extra wet.
What are chicken fries?
A chicken fry is let's say you took chicken meat and extruded it into a
French fry.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's good. It makes for easy dipping into the sauces. The sauces include honey barbecue, buffalo, tequila lime.
Yeah.
Makes it for easy dipping anytime, anytizer.
Easy dipping, as Jeff might say. And
easy dipping. You know what I hate, Josh?
What's that?
A difficult dip.
I'm 100% agree with you, Jeff. And the beautiful part about the chicken fry or the boneless is you don't have to worry about double dipping. You jam the whole thing in your mouth. That's how you anytize.
Well, I understand. That's why you go boneless, right? That's why you go boneless or chicken fry. With bone in, it's more of a challenge, but I like a challenge, Josh.
Of course, Jeff. My teeth were made for bone grinding. Okay, that's why they call me the bone collector.
Is that what they call you?
Yes. I
thought it was because of that series of murders you committed.
The family had in your basement.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're told as we're supposed to sharpen our teeth like rabbits, right? And we're supposed to
The
be
rabbits
chewing
have
on
sharp
bones.
teeth?
Yeah, of course. That's why they can chew through carrots and wood. You know, right, Jeff? So you're going to want to take the bone-in chicken wing, okay, of the Tyson Zenitizer, and you're going to want to just put the whole thing in your mouth. Now, we do not condone choking, but if you've ever seen a man just pull the meat right off the bone,
Oh, that's how I do it.
Chew
Bro,
it.
you know what player we used to play with us that loved the wing with the bone in it?
What's that?
Bones Bagante.
Oh, that's why
Bones
that's what
Bagante.
we called him that, because he would bagante the hell out of it.
Oh, they were Bagante.
Here, and then there were yeah.
You got there, Dees. You
Yeah,
found
I got
it.
there. I
You
got
found
there.
it. You found it. Yeah.
Easy Dipping Zone is a pretty solid name for
it is.
Easy dipping zone.
That's pretty
Easy
good.
dipping zone.
Coaching
And, you know, of course, we are hungry for the season, just like Tyson is. Tyson Anytizer's hungry for the season, and we've been interviewing players that are also hungry for the season. And is our new? Is he backstage?
Yes.
Well, let's bring him out a little bit early. Epifara Moananu. I thought I could get it in one. Epic name. Epifara Moananu. Let's bring him out.
My name is Epifara Moananu. Play O-line, and I'm from American Samoa. Football makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. There's just no better feeling than that. I started playing just to try to get out of the island of American Samoa. It was either that or go to the military. But then I fell in love with the sport. I worked hard. I pushed myself every day trying to prove myself, and for my family and my wife. This is everything for us.
Epa, welcome to the show, my man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Unreal. I love watching the big man highlights. God, you're pushing some guys away. That was like a fly swatter out there.
That's the mentality that usually go into, you know. But I don't know about a lot of big guys, but that's how my mentality is trying to make that person across from me have a long day.
I bet you've done that quite a few times.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your history with football and what brought you to this league.
So I grew up on the American Samoa, and we used to have, like, my grandpa was straight up military dude, and he told us either military or football, but you have to find your way off the island by yourself. So basically, football was trying to get off the island and also trying to get away from chores too, because we got a lot of chores back home.
Yes.
So after high school, I got recruited to play in Savannah State, which that was a blessing. And then after that, I moved to Chicago, played a little bit of football there at North Park University. And then after that, I just continued to try out. It's been like, 4 or 5 years, been trying to work my way into a pro league. But, you know, it's just every time I get shut down, it just feels more fire in me.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I love it.
that.
What was the first thing that you thought of when you heard about this crazy concept? Like, what was your reaction when you first heard about fan control football?
It's just like playing Madden. To me, it was like,
It's like playing Madden.
So it was like, oh man, that's kind of cool. Like, you know, actually seeing it happen in real life, and you know, it was different, but it was definitely cool.
Right on.
What you like about the most about playing O-line?
It's just first off, it's just the mind games you set up with. You have to have the knowledge to play the position. And then also it's just, you know, just like I said earlier, it's just dominating, you know. And if I take a grown man in front of me from point A to point B in the quick of a second, it's just, I don't know, but I feel like I scored a touchdown every time I do that.
Yeah.
So
Forcing someone to go where they don't want to be. I love that.
It's a long day.
I will say, when you showed up at camp, Ray and I both kind of looked at each other because I was on the field and I was like, we got a big man. We got a big man out there. You're so I don't want to say gentle, but you're like a gentle giant. You seem so nice and smiling and everything, but I'm not lining up against you. Is there a switch you turn off in there? Because you just seem like a man. I want to hang out with you, have a beer. I don't want to get pushed around.
Yeah, there's definitely a switch. I do get that a lot, the gentle giant, but when it's go time, and there's that switch that you turn on. Yeah, I don't know how to turn it on, but there's a switch.
I love that.
I want to point out a really awesome name for the show that was just suggested in the chat. JB Papa said next week's show should be called No More Chores.
Yeah, I love
that. Love that.
No more chores.
So.
But when you're ready to flip that switch, you get your headphones on pregame. What's in the cans? What are you listening to get you really hyped to flip that switch to make people's days very, very long?
Usually I listen to like real old school. Like I listen to Sherry Baby, and I listen to just the two of us. It's just trying to trying to make me calm down because you're already hyped during practice and throughout the whole week, and that's just that moment is just to try to contain yourself.
Dare I say a yacht rock fan, Dees?
All right.
Yeah,
that's fascinating. So it's really just trying to get you into a zone. You don't want to be too hype, but you don't want to be too chill. You gotta bring it down a little bit to be in that focus zone, just to mess people up.
Josh, this is a player created in a lab specifically for you, Josh.
Yeah, he is. That was going to be my best friend in the bubble. He's, just hanging out, playing some yacht rock, teaching each other the ins and outs of the O-line. I don't know anything.
Pushing you to places you don't want to be. Whatever.
Mr. Ryan Benton in the chat says, let's hear him sing. Epa, you a singer?
Man, that's the only Polynesian trait that skipped me. I got the size, everything, but the vocals, it skipped me.
Man.
Epan, you've probably seen this murder's row of crazy ownership groups in this league. Knowing what you know about the league and knowing that you could end up playing for any and all of them, is there a team that, at least to this point, like excites you? Where do you want to be drafted?
Right now it's just I don't know too much about the team, but the Glacier Boys and the Zappers.
Okay.
And, so that's the only two teams that I've seen. And also, I'm a little biased because I'm a Chargers fan, so I want to play for Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
I say this all the time, bro. Are you ready, or do you got to go get ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah. So
I love it.
Yeah, if you stay ready, you're never gonna try to get ready. So,
right.
Oh man,
what is he? You Ray? Look at Ray.
Quoting the commish right there.
Look at Ray smiling. Heard that a time or two.
Yeah.
Good. I love it.
How'd you feel like tryouts went on Saturday? Because I got to watch you a little bit, but I was over with the wide receivers and the D-backs for a long time. But how do you feel the tryouts went on Saturday for you?
I think it was pretty solid. I still have some work to do to try to improve myself. It's just a little different steps that I need to work on because it's a whole different concept that FCF brings. So just like changing my mental, the muscle memory of everything, and like that's just the little stuff I need to change. So, but other than that, it's been a solid tryout.
I was just I remember watching. I came over there to watch him when we did the pro shuttle, and I really was interested in seeing him because I wanted to see if he was able to control his big old body. And he was his ass around, and he was really shifty in that, and that's what you kind of look for. How does an offensive lineman be able to? Can he pull? Can he run sideways? Can he how can he get out of that stance? And he did a heck of a job. So that's what kind of got me interested in Epa.
Appreciate that.
All right, so currently right now, Epa, Austin Eckler's team is with Drewski and Rachel Lindsay. It's just Team X. We're waiting on a vote here from the fans. I'm going to give you 4 team names that I have not submitted, but I like, and see which ones you would go with. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The Mighty Bison.
Not feeling it. Not feeling it. I can
not
see it.
Feeling it. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Okay. The Regulators.
Mount up.
Mount up. Okay.
John Rando.
Okay. There it is. Okay. The Rebellion. I like the Rebellion.
I like the Rebellion too.
No
yeah,
S on
very
the
good.
end there.
Yeah.
And finally, what's that? Pandemonium.
Ooh, Pandemonium's good.
I like Pandemonium. What do you think?
I would say the Regulators, because I can picture John Randall, just
hell
screaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's good.
I love
you
it. You
got to get that song license. Regulators.
Yeah.
Mount up.
Yep.
So
Josh,
good.
Jeepers on the streets trying to consume some skirts.
Josh, I always wanted to name a team the Consequences. It's like you wake up and you got to face the consequences. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're gonna face the. I really like Pandemonium. Pandemonium is pretty because I feel like you're in the stadium and then like the lights go out and it's like doom 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 and then all of a sudden it goes Pandemonium and the crowd starts going crazy. Yeah, it's just awesome.
Yeah. And then out walks Eppa, just Tyson Anytizers, just crushing bones, throwing them out there. Tequila, lime, honey, barbecue, buffalo, bang, bang, boom, Panama, and that Pandemonium, just like bam, 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 bam.
That's the real question, Eppa. That's the question. That is the key question that you have to answer right now.
Yeah.
Bone in or boneless wings?
You gotta go bone in all the way.
Man after my own heart. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
He's got it right. He's got the right answer, boys.
Do you believe that Josh is called the Bone Collector?
That would be me, Eppa.
He does look like a bone collector.
Oh, let's go.
Nice.
Oh man, so good, Eppa, dude. So offensive line, we got 7-on-7 football here, right? So your job extremely important because as soon as that ball is snapped, the QB has got just people swarming him. Does that? I mean, you on a normal O line, you're talking like 4 or 5, sometimes 6 guys, depending. Tight ends and everything. Does that get you kind of psyched to be like the center of attention?
I would say yes, but also, it's just more pressure on us as an O lineman because now everyone is looking at you. You're not hiding in between a 5-man box. So so the pressure is good, and as O lineman, you perform under pressure. So you bring your A game when you're under pressure. So
O line's unique. Usually your name gets called it's for something bad, right? Like they mention your name, it's because you got beat or you committed a penalty or something. It's a hard work, but not. It's a little thankless. Seems to me.
Yeah. So as an O lineman, that position has to be like second nature to you. Not everybody could play that. So, we learned since playing football, that has to be second nature.
Yeah, but you quoted the commish in saying, if you're ready, you don't got to go get ready. You're saying you're ready now. What does your training regimen look like, both from like what your physical activity, your diet, walk us through what it takes to get ready and then stay ready for you.
Make sure you mention Tyson's chicken
at least 3 times.
At least 3 to 5 times.
Correct.
So right now, I have to try to maintain weight because I was losing weight too fast, and right now it's just because I was eating like 2,200 calories a day, and now I have to up that calorie intake to 2,500, trying to maintain my weight where I'm at right now.
Okay.
But usually I wake up, go to work, make sure my wife prepares like the protein shakes for me, and then I'll take that to work, and then I'll have Tyson chicken.
There you go.
Smart.
But usually that would be for lunch, and then another protein shake that my wife prepared, and then usually dinner. My wife will always like get us like a high protein, like sometimes it'll be straight barbecue chicken, but like with salads and stuff like that. But after work, I go from 3 to like 7 with workouts, and usually the workouts is either upper body, but you always have to do like mobile stuff with it.
Sure.
So, but yeah, that's like out of 7 days a week, that's 5 days a week. And Saturdays are times I'm trying to spare for my family life, and then Sundays is for church.
Epa, when you see me in the hotel, make sure you never let me by. I'm gonna keep you on your toes at all times. Okay, I'm constantly the defensive, the linebacker trying to get in there. Maybe a swift.
The rest of us are gonna constantly be wondering why Josh is on his back on the floor of the hotel.
Why is Josh constantly hurt? Because I'm running into Epa in the hallway. What floor are you on? No, I'm not going to be there.
It's awesome to have you here. We can't wait to see you in season 2.0 of FCF. Epifara Moananu, thank you so much for being here, man. Awesome.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Epa. Jeff, that was our final guest of the Tyson's Anytizers Hungry for the Season.
What?
It's our final guest.
What?
Yes.
He nailed it too.
And
that's because the season is so near.
It's so near.
Jeff,
no longer will we be able to mention honey barbecue, tequila lime, buffalo, boneless, bone-in, chicken fries. No longer will we dream of walking down the freezer aisle looking for Tyson's Anytizers. The only place that the Anytizers will exist is in our stomach and our mouth and also our dreams, because the season is upon us and no longer are we hungry, Jeffrey, but the hunger is upon us.
You're right. You're right. You know what? It's been a beautiful, nourishing, finger-licking deliciousness. I got to say that we all know that Tyson's Anytizers are the perfect snack for game day or any day.
Mm-hmm.
There's more kicks of flavor, more smiling snackers, more to love. Just like Epa, there's more to love.
More to love.
Tyson.
Moananu to love.
Nice. Well done. We're going to miss you, Tyson. And if I could say one last thing, and I know you're listening, Tyson. Mr. and Mrs. Tyson, if I may.
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Anytizer.
Yeah. If I may. Just between us. Pay for Arena Tizer. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did.
You really would. That's pretty good.
Because when the pandemonium,
that's what, Jeff.
Welcome. Can you imagine? It's Saturday at 12 p.m. Welcome to the Arena Tizer. Tyson's Arena Tizer, where today the Zappers are taking on the Glaciers. I mean, come on, it writes itself.
Yeah, so good. Dees is so excited about Arena Tizers that he just left the show. He's going to go call. He's calling Dan Tyson. Hey, Dan, listen, we need an Arena Tizer. Okay.
And we just shirt cannon lemon pepper chicken wings.
Yeah. You don't even need to retrofit the cannons. Just shove the chicken into the shirt cannon.
Yes.
Go around popping people in the back of the pack. Pow!
Yeah. Hey, what do you got in there? It's just like spewing honey barbecue, like hot lava. You
just have people in the crowd opening their mouths. It's delicious.
It's like Benihana on steroids. Yeah.
And then it got weird.
And then it got weird. Yeah, it's like a guar concert. All right. Do we get our show name? Oh, the show vote for the name of the show for next week is up. We've got 4 contenders for you to choose from. Hoppin' Jalapenos. I don't know where that came from, but all right. I like it. We Are Football. I like that. Pandemonium, which is excellent.
Yes.
And No More Chores, which is my favorite. That's what I'm voting for. No More Chores, currently leading the vote with 57%. But all strong contenders. Again, you, as the fans, have the power. We give the power to the fans here at FCF. And you get to decide what this show is called. It's called Coaching Chicken, which is kind of what we just did a little bit. I feel like we coached chicken.
We do. We coach. You know, that's what you do to the Tyson Anytizer. You coach it right into your mouth. You're like, listen, you are getting in here. Okay.
Yeah. You got to coach it up. You got to be like, yeah, you are going to feed my hunger.
All right, Jeff, take it easy. Jeff, speaking of power to the fans,
yes,
in a little over 90 minutes, the voting closes on our app, fcf.io. Download the app. NBCLX tonight. Road to the FCF. 3 players that you vote on, the fans, get and make that vote. Get invited to training camp for season version 2.0 live tonight. Peacock, NBCLX, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific.
Set your watches, set your VCRs, whatever you need to do. Do not miss it. Do not miss it.
So
I can't wait to see.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
And I know that there are folks in our chat whose fates will be decided tonight.
Yes.
Yes. Colin Andrews, Malcolm Ballard, Joshua Canup, Tony Dixon, Keaston Fuller, Antonio Turner. Those are the road to the FCF contenders.
I think it was Antonio Turner that wore the balaclava the whole time, both tryouts.
Oh yeah.
And he came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm really excited. Hope they vote for me." And I was like, "Have we met?" And he's like, and I was like, "Oh, the ball." I couldn't even tell. I'm sorry, man. I literally saw his eyeballs the whole time. That's all I saw. He was a ninja. He was the Batman.
So the winner of the vote, I'm very pleased to say, is No More Chores.
No.
All right.
Excellent title. So that is what our show will be called next week.
Could you walk me through how we got to coaching chicken? I regrettably was not on this last episode.
I also was not
and
there.
I don't know how it got to that. And it's always fun when you come back and you're like, you're just not in the loop. What was the coaching chicken reference?
Well, let me. I'll take this one, Ray.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
How was that? I do not remember.
I got nothing for that one. I got nothing for it. Honestly, I was so enamored. I was transfixed on Ray on the Peloton for 90 straight minutes that I don't know what coaching chicken is. And I would also like to point out something that Ray and I have taken over the personas of Ink and Toner. And Patrick Dees is upset about it because he was the original Ink and Toner.
Yeah.
A little bit upset how that name got co-opted. I
It really did. Josh just stepped right in.
I was one of those two, at least.
It's so true.
I'm sorry.
Well, Dees, here's what happened: is that you were in the pilot. Okay, producers got together. They said his eyebrows aren't meant for TV.
Yeah. Just
And
what eyebrows? They said what eyebrows?
his eyes look so angry, but there are eyebrows there.
His paleness just reflects all light. It's not good.
Yes.
Not good. I get that. So those are notes I've heard before, Josh. That makes a lot more sense. I just
Patrick, you are the Eric Stoltz of Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay. I get that. I know that reference. Yeah.
That's burn. Oh man.
There are some folks in the chat. Lockett for MVP says, "I'm gonna feel bad for the players that don't make it." Ray,
yeah, that's tough.
Ray, what's that got to be like? I mean, that's got to be rough, right?
Look, it's called the Grim Reaper, and it happens to us. It happens to us all. You get that knock at the door. Unfortunately, this is a little bit different, but everybody gets released, cut, all the same. You know, this is a part of the game, and doesn't mean it's over. It just means this wasn't it. So it's gonna be a emotional day either way, and you know I'm gonna have some phone calls afterwards with some guys I already know. So, but congratulating and also saying, you know, hey, unfortunately, it didn't work out. So it's gonna be it's exciting, man. It's part of part of the game. I always say football is like that ex-girlfriend you love but you can't stand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it won't love you back. You know, football breaks up with you. It breaks up with you poorly. It is just that's just a part of it, man. And you know, everybody gets broken up differently.
How do you shake it off?
Like my dad used to say, "Can't live with them? Pass the beer nuts."
Dees, you had a good question there. Say that again.
How do you shake that off? If you get the phone call, I mean, tonight the three guys are not getting that rose, right? They've got to go back to grinding. So I think that's what was amazing for me. Like on display was the result of months and years of preparation and work and fucking grinding to get to this point. To be told, yo, you're not going to be part of it this season. Like, how do you shake that off and still, you know, keep going, right? Because you know life's about getting back up.
It is, and you're right. There's a timeline. These younger guys have some time to keep pushing for this. You know what I'm saying? That football life, and that's the hard thing. But you know, there is no chemistry to it. You know, it's the ones that got it in their heart that know that this is for them. And I've seen it done. I've seen guys go into small indoor leagues other leagues back in the day. I ain't gonna say no names, and end up playing in the NFL for 13, 10 years. I've seen it done. I've seen it done with my own eyes. So when it's time, when it's your time's gonna come. Period. It's just how it is.
Well, we're gonna find out in just a few short minutes. Stay tuned for the Road to the FCF show on NBC LX tonight.
It's so crazy because we don't know.
We don't know.
I'm like, wow, man. Just now it started to hit to me like, man, I wonder who they're gonna choose.
Yeah. And again, the fans choose.
I downloaded the FCF app on my wife's phone and then on the iPad so I could vote 3 times.
I believe that's called cheating, Josh. You just admitted to cheating.
Did I?
You're not cheating. You're not trying.
Correct. Thank you, Patrick.
I got you. Oh man, and also not only am I anxious about this, determining guys' fates and then near term, but also this is kind of our I want to say kickoff, but there's no kicking in this league. But for lack of a better term, this is our kickoff with NBC, and the content that's going to be coming from these guys. This is a first look at kind of the way the league is going to look and feel on Peacock, which is obviously a huge partnership for us.
That's a great point.
Get in there.
Yeah,
that's a great point. This is it. This is the beginning
of
the beginning.
I'm getting ready.
44 days, baby.
44 days. All right. You're going to be with us. The best way to get ready, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, YouTube, and Twitch for everything FCF. We will be back next week, and we will be called No More Chores because of you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.
Don't want no chores. A chores is... Sorry.
Power to the fans.
Power to the fans.